Hey guys, CGH Gaming here, and today I am back with the RMS Bretanic Interior Tutorial Part 7. So today's part will focus on this compartment here, which is actually the last compartment of... I thought this was E-Deck in previous parts. This is actually D-Deck, because this is the bridge deck, this is boat deck, A deck, B deck, C deck, and this is D deck down here. So I just wanted to clear that up. So we're just gonna work on this compartment. The first thing we're going to do is add the floor. So this whole area is just red terracotta. The whole floor here. So I'll just fill that in. And then fill the plank sides in. Might take a second. Once you have the floor in, the next thing you're gonna do is get the walls in. Get the side smooth quartz walls in. These are pretty typical things you're gonna need to do in these interior sections. So just give me a second. Once you have the walls in, the next thing we're going to do is create a wall going down the middle of this compartment. So, coming from this beam on cargo hatch number 3, you're going to just completely box this area off, 3 blocks high, and split it down the middle on the opposite beam, on the opposing beam of the ladder, like this. So this area is now split in 2. So, the next thing we're going to do, this model has a strip of red sandstone wall, but since there is no actual orange terracotta strip, I'm just gonna not include that and make it a diorite wall instead, just so it's more consistent. So what we're gonna do is just on the corners of this cargo hatch, you're going to place 3 diorite walls that should connect up to these corners here. So, diorite wall, and just connect all of the area in between with iron bars, like this. This is what it should look like. That's how it looks like on the model. Next thing, I'm actually going to include a couple extra birch trap doors here, just for, like, reinforced, safety on this rail. So once you have that, the next thing we're going to do is just get a bunch of beds in here. I will get those bed placements in. I'm going to make a quick cut, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. So, this section, all of the beds and tables and chairs have been laid out. So basically, the lime and green wool represent beds, and the green wool represents the direction they face. So, on this bed, this bed faces this direction, and on this bed, it faces this direction. That's the example. So the green points it forward. So we're gonna begin the bed placements now. These aren't really that important. These are just crew beds, so you can probably just follow with your eyes how I'm doing this. Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal. As long as you place enough crew beds and just wherever, it should be okay. So I'm just gonna get these in. And if you really want to copy them, they should be easy enough. I'm gonna make this rotate this way. I'm gonna make this bed rotate this way, and then have just an oak fence gate here to represent the trapdoors instead. It's a substitute. Okay, I'm just gonna get these beds lined out on the sides. This bed points that direction for some reason, but it does. This bed's in. And then some of these beds on the side, well, on the inside walls. Okay, what am I saying about walls? There's no walls here anyway. And then here. Like that. That's all the beds in. Well, I've still got to add the trapdoors to some of them. That's all the beds finished. So that's what it should look like. And we can add some of the seats here. Again, you can probably just see where I put these and copy it down. It's just dark oak everything with dark oak stairs, a dark oak fence, and a dark oak pressure plate on top of the fence to replicate the table. This is just like a sofa thing. Like this. And everything done on this side is done exactly the same on the other side, but we're not going to do that yet. We're not going to get to that yet, because we still have to put in the windows. This is the first compartment, I'm pretty sure, that we're actually putting windows in, or portholes, technically. So this compartment, want to just follow this pattern on the walls, like so. This is facing forward. We've got one, and then a 2-block gap. Then another one, 2-block gap. Another 2-block gap. Another. So you could probably double layer this. You can probably double layer these portholes and put black stained glass whenever it's like exposed in the curve like that. I can tell you, that's not how it works. In this case, you don't have to make any glass blocks on the outside. I've checked, so only on the inside you need to add black stained glass instead of a pane. Anyways, 2 and 2. So you just 2-block gaps between these portholes, and it should look something like this. So next, we're just going to get the ceiling in, which is just this. It's just smooth quartz slabs all around. There's no stair slab pattern in this room. Not sure why, it's just how it was made, but it does make our lives a little easier. So I'm gonna go with it. Once this smooth quartz slab ceiling is in, we're gonna get our ochre frog light and iron trap doors out. And just, let's come to this corner. and just the third block diagonal in from this position. You just place an ochre froglight, and then the 3-block gap. Place 1, 3-block gap, place 1, 3-block gap, place 1. And then just like 2-block gap, place 1. I'm gonna say like place 1 there as well. No, see what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna place 1 right there. 2, 3, place. 1, 2, 3, place. Place. 2, 3, place. 1, 2, 3. And then like this. Just add this extra layer in here, but I would steer clear of the diorite pillars. Honestly, I'm probably gonna... Nah, I won't do that. Yeah, I would steer clear of the diorite pillars. This is probably as close as I would get to them. Also, it's optional if you want to put iron trap doors on, because, this does not... Some of the blocks prohibit putting iron trap doors on them. So if I'm being fully honest, I think I'm just gonna proceed through this tutorial without putting anything special on the froglegs. I know I didn't hear. Honestly, I'm gonna remove them, but like I said, this is all optional to you. This is not, you don't have to change this. I'm just changing it because personally I don't really like it. Just because it's not convenient in every single situation, and I'd rather keep consistent rather than confusing. So like I said, that's up to you if you want to add that, but I personally am not going to continue with that. So, break that. And then in here as well. Fortunately, I haven't done that many rooms yet, so it's not going to take very long to get rid of all of them. So once you've done that, you now have your ochre frogolites in. And that is part 7 done, I believe. So the last thing I'm going to do is copy, flip, paste this to the other side. Because it's the exact same thing. The beds are literally the exact same on the opposite side. So, don't break this, I'm just doing it for a world edit. Copy, flip right, paste, repair this wall, and that is this compartment finished. So yeah, like I said, that's part 7 complete. So the next parts will focus on the boiler rooms and engine room. So basically, that is everything we're doing for decks for now, until we finish the tank top. I was just doing this deck here, because it ends up at the same height, the ceiling ends up at the same height with the height of the boiler rooms. So, yeah, that's pretty much all for today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and comment down below if you like this tutorial or videos, or having any trouble with some of the tutorial. I'll try to help you out the best I can. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!